I decided to take a deeper look into Spotify Wrapped data. Obviously, every individual with a Spotify Wrapped account gets their own Spotify Wrapped at the end of the year with all of their data, but I thought it'd be interesting to look at this on more of a worldwide level and per country, which brings me to the first visual that I made, which is a horizontal bar chart, basically showing where artists come from. And you can see that the US is completely dominating here with nearly 30 artists coming from the US, as opposed to the other countries that are barely reaching 5 based on this particular data set that I was working with. Just shows that the music industry's top artists are overwhelmingly American. Then next, going to the top right, this is showing which songs and subsequently which artists get the most followers on Spotify. So this is a tree map showing the biggest songs of 2025. And The Weeknd is up there, Taylor Swift is up there, Ariana Grande is up there. Most of their songs are the ones that are pulling in the most followers, as you can see. I think the colors really, really helped share this story. I love that it's very colorful and that it's just a very visual map. I think this is especially a good one for visual learners, the tree map. Moving down to the bottom left, this is some of monthly listeners by gender. So who's listening by gender? I think the biggest takeaway from this donut chart is that the audience is almost perfectly split. 47% are male, whereas female is 45%, which is, considering the data set, pretty close. So no gender is particularly dominating the music consumption. It's just pretty much even across the board. And I think the donut chart is a really good visual of this with the circle. And then the very bottom right, this is who has the most Grammys. And this is actually knowledge that I already had, but it was really nice to see this represented in the data. Beyonce absolutely has, she's the clear winner with 32 Grammys, 20% of all wins that are shown. Kendrick Lamar is there at second. I think that this was a good one for the pie chart to be used. As you can see it very clearly again with the colors. I think this is another very good visual chart. There's a lot of other ones that are kind of tagging along in very similar categories. They have a lot of the same amount of Grammys, but very closely bunched together. But this very clearly shows who has the most, who's in like the top 5. So Beyonce, Kendrick Lamar, Bruno Mars, Eminem, and Taylor Swift.